Righto, I wish I'd been documenting this before I started tearing it down. Ready for its slight rebuild tomorrow, but show you more of that later. But for now, just want to show you where I think John Deere have dropped the ball with their Pro Series openers, and everything that they should have fixed, they've fucking missed. First thing, these piece of shit fucking quadrants. They are that thin that they end up cracking after they've flogged the fuck out of the holes. They're useless bloody handles. And this is a good one, mind you. Because I've seen much, much worse. And perhaps the biggest piece of shit that they have not fixed is their gauge wheel axles. And the play that you get in there, and that's probably a good boot, a good handle. You can see the wear in there. Now, these bloody things and that's probably a good one too. But you can see how much wear you get in there. Now, it got to the point where you could lift the handle, move it virtually halfway up those quadrants to adjust the depth of these gauge wheels, and the wheels wouldn't move. There was that much bloody play in them. So for all of John Deere's fixing with their Pro Series openers of replacing those with greaseless bushes there, that's nice, very well done. But to keep the old spindle still greased is the biggest mistake they could ever do. So tomorrow I'll have Eric's Australia coming, and Colin and his boys are going to put new spindles, greaseless spindles, and his gauge wheel axles in, and replace the bushings to greaseless bushings for the closing wheel and the press wheel, amongst whatever else we find. But between that, these are Eric's quadrants, along with their handles. That's solid bar rather than just a bloody pin. Because of the thickness, you only get straight up increments rather than cross angle increments like you did with the John Deere, where you used to be able to go that one and that one, or that one and that one. So you might not have as much incremental movement, but you're going to have a whole lot bloody less movement than what you did with those piece of shit bloody things. So we'll wait until tomorrow and see what that brings, but just show you another lovely disaster that happened last year, which was an absolute amazement that I actually even got this undone. Yeah, check that out for the spindle nut. Never mind the actual spindle with its lovely hole. And yeah, there's not meant to be that much wear in the axle shaft there either. That's what happens when the nuts decide that they're going to come off the disc and the bolts fall out and the disc runs around free on the hub until it eventually knocks the press wheel off, or the gauge wheel, sorry, which inevitably goes under the rear gang and gets run over and bloody destroyed. So that was lovely. But I was not looking forward to replacing this, because I thought, how the hell am I going to get that undone? But luckily it was only on 2/3 of it, and the remaining third I was able to get the Stilsons on to undo it, and it came off quite bloody easy, considering. But, for the time being, we've replaced the bolts through the seed boots with 12mm bolts. It's reduced the play significantly. How long that will last, who knows? But anyway, it's done for the time being anyway. But yeah, I'll show you a bit more tomorrow when the boys turn up.
At least get the big nuts and bolts on the top.
Yeah. Okay, here we are back again. The boys were here yesterday. Be back Monday. Got all the back row done, all the bushes out of the front row. So they're new pins and bushes, greaseless. Doesn't take them long. Put the Exaptor Ninja seed tabs on the ones that I didn't have enough needle ones. They're a lot shorter, but they're a lot more flexible, so we'll see how they go. But here is the biggest thing that John Deere failed to fucking do to fix anything with these openers. Check that out. So rather than that pathetic axle end that has all that bloody wobble in it, or develops all of that wobble. That's what Colin designed. Now it's a 22mm thick axle as opposed to John Deere's 20.4 or 20.6 or whatever the hell it was, is. So you think, how do you get that through there? Well, I believe this is version 2 or 3, but you taper the fucking thing. And you do the nut up on that side. Now I've just put one together. Now that is as tight as a fish's arsehole. There is no play in that whatsoever. So I'll show you a bit more when I get the rest of it on. Righto, so because of the thickness of the steel and because they've been made solid, you only get straight across adjustments rather than angled ones like Deere had. Now off the top of my head, I think it's, if I recall, it's 10mm increments as opposed to 6mm increments that you can have with John Deere, but wow, whoop-de-doo, 4mm. For a solid one of those, as opposed to the John Deere piece of shit. Now, I'm not saying that Collins won't wear, but you would think rather than wearing halfway through, because the damn bloody quadrant is that thin to begin with, that they end up doing that, flogging the fucking holes out and cracking the things. Now I've reversed these already, changed left to right and right to left so that top becomes bottom, blah blah blah. I've replaced all these once before. But when you're only picking up one single little point, for however you choose to adjust it, of course the goddamn fucking thing's going to wear. So, given that that's solid and you can only go straight up and straight down, it's got to wear across the entire face of both of them. Now, that arm, there is zero play in that arm at all. The only little bit of play left in the thing now, which is exactly the same as the John Deere ones, because the only thing that Colin did differently here was have those pins changed to solid. So if anyone wants to whinge about that being too much play, that's still what John Deere designed into it in the first place. Now there's still enough gap there that those lugs could probably even be a millimetre longer. Perhaps a touch thicker maybe even, which would help take that, or it wouldn't wear as much if it's going to wear. But that's probably, I mean, I don't know what you can do there. Whether you could slip a sleeve in there around the bolt, but you've, yeah, buggered if I know. But anyway, try and tell me that isn't an improvement.